All right, guys. So my question for you, if you're watching this right now and you're a progressive, I want you to answer me in the comments right now. My question is, what made you move further to the left within the Democratic Party? Was there a specific moment, issue, or experience that changed your perspective? And for me personally, and to be honest, I made a different video for my upcoming second YouTube channel, so be expecting that really soon. But to put it all in a nutshell, for me, it was understanding how deep and corrupt our political system is. Like, not even just in our federal, like not just even in our government. It runs deep into political media everywhere. And just seeing how corrupt these politicians are. For example, if you want Medicare for all, majority of Americans want it. Other countries are doing it, but our politicians are literally being paid. Republicans and Democrats are being paid from pharmaceutical companies, from insurance lobbyists. So it's literally conflict of interest in our face. And we always wonder why we can't ever, as a country, go to that next level. So that did it for me. As a vote blue no matter who, and like I said, you can look at my track record on my YouTube channel. I was that vote blue no matter who. I don't want to hear no excuses. Vote Democrat all the way around. Now I'm a little bit more strategic. I'm a little bit more picky because I understand the reality of who funds you, runs you. And that is a fact. Now, let's go ahead and watch Jennifer Welch on this interview with Hassan Minaj. And let's see what they have talking about here. All right, guys, and if you see any black lines or gray lines in on the video here, that's for copyright purposes. Don't want to get in trouble by YouTube, so let's go ahead and take a listen.
You are part of a larger shift of many people in America that started out classic MSNBC, still with her, vote blue no matter who's in office, liberal. But then you took the exit to Bernieville. What made you take that exit?
Defeat. When we lost in 2024, I mean, I was all in on Kamala. I was, let's go, I'm brat, all of it.
Okay.
And then at the DNC, lived out, had a blast living out, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
what does that mean? What does that mean? I lived out at the DNC.
So I think.
Wait, what does that mean?
So I think that progressives call basic liberals, garden variety, wine moms like me that watch MSNBC,
okay,
that we like to live out. And so I think they're kind of making fun, but I liked it. It was fun to live out. So we lose.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck did we lose to this guy again? So I'm ready for the resistance. I'm like, I need to get one of those pink hats. We're going to have to march. Let's go. Let's go. And it just never came. And then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're voting for these imbeciles that Trump is nominating for his cabinet. Marco Rubio gets 99 and 0. Alyssa Slotkin from Michigan votes for Kristi Noem, the wife of Big Titty Brian. I mean, that's who she votes for.
Okay.
So I'm just like, what is going on? Why are they collaborating with these people?
Right.
And that has always been a question in the back of my mind. Like, with all Trump's nominations, at least from what I can remember, all of them were pretty much a shoo-in. They all got their votes. And just take a second. Kristi Noem and Kash Patel and RFK Jr. and a whole heap of them. Pam Bondi, before she got fired, like, Democrats voted for them to get their position. If I was in charge of a vote, you could count me out. That's an automatically no. I'm not even showing up to work because I'm going to say no. There's no way in hell I'm going to be like, you know what? You can have RFK Jr., who has zero experience for the position that he's in. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. But Democrats voted for them in. Where's the fight? But okay, I mean, it's just a whole list of things that we can backtrack and be like, every single moment, these corporate Democrats screwed everybody over. But they want to blame the voters, right? Okay, got you.
So I was so mad that there wasn't a defined opposition. So then I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So you start getting outside of your media bubble. We'd already taken like a political lean because I've always been super political. And then when you start opening up your eyes to it, then you're just like, God damn it, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries are in on it. It's like full-blown fascist collaboration. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Jennifer, this is wild. I'm talking to you, but it feels like I'm talking to Mehdi Hasan right now.
Oh, thank you. I love Mehdi.
So, obviously this moment happened at the DNC, but this is a relatively new phenomenon. So is it the rise of your podcast? Is it you being exposed to other viewpoints in the media landscape? This is a big shift, Jennifer, that I did not anticipate happening.
I really believe nobody likes to lose. And then you see the damage that this man is doing. And it takes me back to, it made me really mad at the Democratic Party that we lost because Joe Biden had really one big important job when he got elected. And that was who was going to be your attorney general, who is going to prosecute the funders and the organizers of January 6th. They only got the low level, rubes that went in there. Somebody paid for that. Somebody organized this. We are now reporting that Trump spent $3 million of his own money to organize this. And the fact that we didn't handle that. And then this guy is president again, and citizens are getting shot, and the genocide has continued to be funded, and Netanyahu's going bananas. And then it's such an indictment on the Democratic Party because I expect Republicans to do this. I lived in a red state with a Republican supermajority. I know how diabolical these people are. I know they're pathological liars. I lived around it. But to see the Democrats play patty cake with these fascists. And then again, once you open up your eyes to it, it just starts, really rapidly, the disgust gets really rapid. And then I had some people on the podcast like Cory Booker, and I got in a fight with him.
And she is 1,000,000% right. Like once you see it, I don't know about you, but I can't make excuses. I can't sit here and pretend as if money in politics is not a problem. I can't pretend after January 6th and then the Biden administration jumps in, who's held accountable? I mean, we actually need an opposition party, not like a, competitive friendly type of thing. I know I did a video talking about Obama, and he was like, I want a real Republican Party. If it's going to be a two-party system, I want a real respectable Republican Party. Okay, you can have that. This is not the party, though. This Republican body that we're dealing with is not that Republican Party. You need to go full force. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to be controversial. But you got to do your job. And then, some people could even argue that gave a little leverage to Trump and the Republican Party to be like, you know what? I caused an insurrection. I tried to literally overthrow an election. I tried to cheat. It was on audio. People testified against me and nothing. Walked away, hands clean. Who's going to stop him? Hey, come on now, let's talk.
Right.
Rahm Emanuel, and I got in a fight with him. And it's just like, do you guys believe in anything? Or are you just a little bit better version than the Republicans? And I do think there is a harm reduction component for sure. There's no question.
Right.
Would Kamala be better than Trump? No question about it.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. It would be a completely different country right now. But the fundamentals that primed the soil to fall prey to fascism, that's a bipartisan effort.
So,
okay, now, if you are not intellectually capable of understanding what she just dropped on your lap, like someone handed you $1,000 for nothing, and you just not even aware. Understand what she is talking about here. Maybe I might elaborate this on my second YouTube channel here, but that's bars. It's like a layup. You know, those fancy, you know, basketball players, you know, when someone throws up for an alley-oop, you know, bow, right there, perfect spot. And then somebody comes from behind, bow, slam dunk, right? The Democratic Party, or at least the corporate Democrats, is the person priming the layup, priming the alley-oop, throwing the ball right where it needs to. And then the Republican Party, bow, slam dunk, 2 points. And if you don't know, please educate yourself. And like I said, I might dive a little deeper into this because it goes hand in hand. And Jennifer's right. And I've conceded this millions of times. If Harris was president now, we wouldn't be going through half the stuff we're going through. I get that. Probably about 80% of it. I get that. But it's always going to be a dangerous Republican Party around the corner. Just because Trump is old, he might one day roll over, doesn't mean racism or bigotry or this evil Republican Party is going to disappear. It's always going to be someone willing to step into that spot. And we need a real opposition party, and not just one looking out for themselves, consolidating power, consolidating wealth for themselves. It's always going to prime somebody like a Trump. Come on, man.
It feels like you've almost woken up to a new reality of what the traditional Democratic Party establishment is. I mean, you kind of see the machinations of it with a lot of the guests that you had on the pod. Mm-hmm. They thought they were going to get a fastball interview. You clearly didn't. You chopped them up. You went to Benihana.
Yeah.
And you did what you did.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, Jennifer?
Much to my surprise, a lot of my friends, my longtime girlfriends in Oklahoma that I would say are moderates,
yeah,
they are like full-blown going left now. Nobody
knew. Are you serious?
Nobody knew what AIPAC was a year ago. Nobody gave a fuck. And now these women that I know are like, I will not vote for a candidate that takes AIPAC money.
And that's a good point right there. Once again, go ahead, go to Hassan's YouTube channel, watch that entire interview because it is enlightening and it will make you feel good about being a progressive and not feeling like you're crazy. Like you're the only one that is seeing the craziness that is happening. And his question is correct. What is the next plan? What do we do from here? And as myself, I don't know about you, ask yourself, what is your plan? What is your job? What is your position in the grand scheme of things? Mine is to educate and get information out there and combat this agenda, not only from Republicans, but from corporate Democrats. My job is to educate. And we already know education leads to liberation. If we want this country to progress where majority of Americans want it to go to, where some countries will have the resources that we have already obtained, some of the social structures that we're crying and begging for, it all starts with information. It all starts with education. If I can tell people, hey, do not support a candidate that is bought and paid for by X, Y, and Z, you're wasting your vote. Vote for X, Y, and Z candidate. Then I have done my job. But that right there is the next plan.
Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that but good luck with that. This is